And now about the witness, the demonstration of a turntable fully in action.
You gonna watch it?
The last ones that existed, I hear. From what they said. Is that right? One of the last ones?
I think so.
Yeah. So, this probably might be the last part of the vlog. I'm trying to make it all in one. Sorry, I try not to.
I'll make it all in one.
Yeah, once we get somewhere, we might figure it out. I might need your help, but... Alright, these guys are probably known as the coaches. The conductors. So here is the turntable in real life. You may have seen it on shows here and there, which I'm not gonna name because of kiddish references. And let's see a full-life like turntable in action, which I feel like he's going to demonstrate it to us very shortly.
All right, everyone, welcome to East Chattanooga. As you can see here, we have reached the end of the line, so we're going to pull the locomotive onto this turntable and spin it around for the return trip to Grand Junction. This table you're looking at here was constructed in 1916 by the American Bridge Company.
That is over
and was used by the Central of Georgia Railroad in Macon, Georgia at the Roundhouse. That is up until 1925 when they sold it to a branch line based out of Cedartown, Georgia.
Huh.
We acquired it in the 80s, moved it to this location,
I never knew such.
and we've had it in use here ever since. It is 80 feet long, and it weighs in at 80 tons. Keep in mind the average school bus only weighs about 6 or 7 tons. But that locomotive there weighs in at 125 tons. So when it is on top of the table here, the overall weight between the two is going to be sitting just over 200 tons.
Wow.
So it may surprise you to know that this table was originally turned by hand. It was an Armstrong table. There would have been poles extending off each end, and it would have taken 4 people to push those poles to spin the table around.
Huh.
Do we have any volunteers? We need 4. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on over.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Do
I
it.
got you. We don't do it that way anymore. Now, for safety reasons today, we just use a small 25 horsepower motor under the operator shed here that our conductor, Andrew, will be operating. Now, you may be wondering, how did they spin that much weight by hand? Well, to spin it by hand, and even to spin it by motor still today, we have to make sure the table is balanced. The way we know it's balanced is as the locomotive gets centered on the table here, if you keep an eye on the far end of the table where I'll be at, you'll see it drop about a few inches. When it drops, we know the table is balanced. Now keep in mind, when they were turning these by hand back in the early 20th century, they were turning steam locomotives, not diesel locomotives. And to give you an example of how heavy those are, the 4501 over there in front of the shop weighs in at 215 tons. Now our locomotive today is the 606, built in 1954 by General Motors Electromotive Division, or EMD, for the Chicago, Milwaukee, St. Paul, and Pacific Railroad, which is more famously known as the Milwaukee Road. It is classified as an SW1200. That SW meaning switching. It was built to move freight cars around the yards, which is switching basically. And the 1200 meaning that 12-cylinder engine produces 1,200 horsepower. We acquired the locomotive in 2015 from the United States Navy in Crane, Indiana. When we got it here, we did restore the locomotive back to operation, and we've been using it both on our passenger and freight trains ever since. As you spin around, take a look out there, and you'll see her. She is responsible for operating this locomotive and getting us here in Mexico today. So you can see that
Impossible. Not done
well, these are
this
commonly
century.
referred to as diesel locomotives. The correct term for the engine is actually diesel electric. Meaning inside the engine there is a large...
Did you know that, guys? I didn't.
A generator, and that generator produces electricity,
I
which
am.
is fed down to the traction motors that sit on each axle of this locomotive. And it's those traction motors that are actually pulling the locomotive. Hence the term diesel electric. Diesel locomotives have always been made that way, and that is the way they're still made today.
Well, that must be the mechanism that
the reason these things were done to replace the steam locomotive boils down to just one thing. That one thing is money.
What?
Locomotives are much more expensive all around. For example, they spend much more time down for maintenance.
Seriously?
you have to spend quite a bit of money on lubricants for all the exterior moving parts. Something that was more expensive on the cruise, because steam locomotives have to have 2 cylinders, while diesel locomotives only need 1. Then, of course, the fuel on the steam locomotives was much more expensive as well. There's a common misconception, though, and that misconception is power. Power is not a reason that these steam locomotives were replaced. In fact, the steam locomotives were much more powerful than their diesel counterparts of the same day. A good example is the 4501 over there, built in 1911, produces 53,900 pounds of tractive effort, which is about the equivalent of 2,500 horsepower.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
But these locomotives did not reach the 2,500 horsepower.
Oh yeah, so that is the final part of this vlog and the demonstration of
Now, a lot
a...
of you have probably seen some of this equipment before in our property. We have been involved in many of those.
That is the final part of this vlog
For
and
example,
the...
Johnny Cash and Josh Turner both done quite a few music
Yeah,
videos here. And film production, we've had October Sky, Joe John Hall, Leatherhead, George Clooney.
So that is the final part of this entire Tennessee Titanic vlog.
Now, as you can see, we've lined the locomotive up at track 2, even though our train sits on track 1. That is so we can do a runaround. What that means is the locomotive is going to go past our train and through a switch. It will then reverse through the switch
Yes,
back
I
into
see.
track 1 to hook up to the other end of our train to pull us back in the opposite direction. So what was the front is now the back and vice versa.
Oh,
Now that we've completed turning the locomotive around, if anyone has any questions, feel free to come up and ask me. I'll be happy to answer those questions for you. For those of you without questions, you can go ahead and start making your way back to the train for the return trip to Grand Junction. Please make sure you do return to the same car and seat you rode in on the way over. Also, don't forget there are restrooms available in the depot there next to the train as well. And I will see you back on board.
so there's a 6501, I believe. So I'm going to try to get video of the trains. So yeah. So this journey...
Wait till you get up here.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to keep it on myself for the time being. So this journey has really been quite the adventure, really. I've really enjoyed it, my time on this journey. It's
Really good. It's,
I have no, it isn't. It's
no,
on.
but it's going to the ground.
No, it's on myself. See,
Oh,
it's a complex system,
Got it.
really. So I'm having it on myself until the time being of we get to the 4501 and the 603. That is, if Mr. 606 here doesn't get in the way. So you can see it over there, the 6503. No, 6300. Never mind. Uh-oh. So yeah, Mr. 606 here is trying to get in my way. Good believe. That is probably the... Yeah. Well, it's not gonna be long, and then if you... I'm moving. Like,
you get all the way around. That's
yep. Yes. So yeah, that is the 630, not 6300 Southern. It is a much bigger engine and a more beautiful engine, nicely colored. So that's gonna be the end of this vlog, guys. If you want to see more from me, like, comment, subscribe. And this is Rebelzilla signing out from Tennessee. Adios! I am out.